All right, everyone, let's get started. It is Monday, the beginning of another week, and we have the markets actually going down today. Not surprisingly, I must say this is something that I've been expecting for quite some time. I talked about it quite a few times already, that a pullback is not only coming and it's imminent, but also it's very necessary so that we can actually have a healthy push towards the upside after that, because going up for too long without any pullbacks, without any retests of support and corrections is not sustainable. So this is why today we're actually seeing Bitcoin at around 21,500. Briefly, we actually fell below the 21,500 level. Now we are coming back at 21,000, almost 600 as I'm recording this, and Ethereum is at 1,000, almost 500 as I'm speaking. But I'm expecting that we will see a further drop in the last 24 hours. We see Bitcoin going down by 1.14%, Ethereum by 3%, BNB coin at 4.05%, XRP is also 4%, 420 in fact. Cardano ADA is almost 5% down since yesterday, and Cardano is actually having another upgrade tomorrow. So I'm curious to see how will that play out, because typically when we see these kind of upgrades, there is a bit of a push in the price, but during a market correction, I'm not really expecting Cardano to do miracles here. Dogecoin is also around 4% down. OKB, the token of OK Exchange, is outperforming all of them with just 1% in the last 24 hours. On negative, Matic is 7.45% down, now at 1.18 cents. Are we going to drop to the $1 support level? Most likely. Solana is at $20 as I'm speaking, 3% down in the last 24 hours. Shiba Inu, 4.33%. Litecoin, 3.40%. Again, under $100. It managed to briefly go above the $100 mark. Today we are at $90. Polkadot is also 4% down in the last 24 hours at $6, and Tron is only 1.26% down at 6 cents of a dollar. All right, well, these are the top coins. I'm not going to go through the whole market. I think it's more important that we analyze the charts of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let me switch to my other screen and let's find out which are my target prices for the coming days for the rest of this week. All right, so what do we see on the Bitcoin chart? This is the daily chart. As you can see, we are doing this pullback and we are coming now for the 50th moving average. The daily 50th moving average is a support for the time being. While this is acting as a support, we are in safe hands. It means that despite the pullback, we are still looking bullish. However, if we actually break this 50th moving average, then we're going to have a continuation of the bear market. So it's very important that we actually hold this level. And of course, as time goes by over the next few days, this moving average will move a little bit higher. So, my support line will also move. But it is actually safe to say that this is the range here that we have to look out for. If we enter this range, it's still okay. I mean, it could be accumulation zone for us. But if we break this down from this range, then things are going to look bearish, because breaking the 50th moving average and also the 9th moving average coming down as well very soon, if we break the 50th, the 9th will cross with the 50th in a bearish cross, indicating further bearish price action. Now, the good things here that I'm seeing is, first of all, stochastic RSI is in the oversold region. In fact, we are quite oversold here, and I'm seeing a double bottom in the moving averages of the stochastic RSI, indicating that a push on the upside is to be expected. Of course, it doesn't have to be imminent, it doesn't have to start today, but it will be soon. On the other hand, the markets are still looking bearish, they're going down, and they are kind of far apart. So I would really want to see over the next few days these moving averages show a little bit of a curve, show first signs of starting to curve on the upside that would indicate that push that I'm talking about. Now, another thing that I like here that is looking bullish to me is the fact that as the price was going down over the last few days, we actually saw that the volume was also going down. And this is a bullish indication. When price is going down at the same time as volume going down, it indicates that people are not really willing to sell at these prices. So as the selling volume is down, we're now waiting for some buying volume to kick in. And I'm pretty sure, being Monday today, starting a new week, we are going to see more volume kicking in. Of course, over the last few days, over the weekend, the volume was down, but this is the daily. So we're not only looking at the weekend here, we're actually looking at more than a week worth of price action. And we're seeing that confluence in price action here. In terms of price targets, let's find out what is the most likely scenario here. On the way down, we do have, well, I already marked this as a range. This is the 0.382 Fibonacci level. So definitely 21,300 to the lower 21,000s is our target right now. This is where we are going. So this is my first target. If we break this target and it doesn't hold as a support, we have the 0.50 Fibonacci level sitting at 20,200. And then we have the golden Fibonacci ratio, which is at 19,300. I don't really see us going down there just yet, but it is a possibility because a lot of the times when we make a correction, we actually come to the 0.618, the golden pocket, the golden Fibonacci ratio. So this is also a possibility, even though right now it is not the most likely scenario. I feel that stopping at the 0.382 Fibonacci level is definitely the most likely scenario for us right now, and somewhat likely, but not the most likely, is that we come and retest the 0.50 Fibonacci level. That will, I don't expect that to happen very quickly though. Perhaps if we do that, it will be next week rather than this week. This week, most likely, we will be hovering around this level here. And if we find support at this level, which I really hope we do, then we are going to be bouncing on the upside. And as we bounce on the upside, we will have a first challenge here at this Fibonacci ratio, which is sitting at 22,300, almost 23,400 in fact. And then, of course, we are going to be challenging the 24,000, which we failed to break on a couple of attempts already. A couple of times we aimed for that and we failed. We got rejected. So we are going to be making a second attempt, but first we will have to conquer the 22,300, which as of right now is a resistance for us. Let me make this red actually. So these are my price targets. On the way down, the first stop is 21,000. First stop on the way up is 22,300. Now zooming out on the higher time frames, this is the 3-day time frame, and here unfortunately we are getting bearish signals. The stochastic RSI is still in the overbought region and it's now just coming out of that overbought region, still having a lot of room to go downwards before we actually hit the oversold region and indicate a reversal. Also, the simple RSI is very similar. It didn't actually get to the oversold region, but definitely it is here on the high end and has a lot of room on the way down. Also, market is just printing this bearish out. Actually, they haven't printed it yet, but they're about to print here a bearish cross, indicating a further downwards price action in the longer term, because we're talking here the 3-day time frame. If we go on the weekly, it's a very similar picture. Stochastic RSI is just coming out of the overbought region and still has a lot of room to go down. As we can see here, the 9th moving average is actually acting as our support here. On the weekly, we have the 9th moving average that is coinciding with this support level. And this is the same support level that on the daily, we have the 50th EMA, the 50th exponential moving average that is right now sitting in this level. So it's almost a guarantee at this point that we will come to retest the 21,000s. The question is, are we going to break below it and come to retest 20,000? Or are we going to find the support? And this could be anyone's guess. I'm not going to try and predict here. This is not about fortune telling. I'm just reading the charts and these are the signals that I'm getting. Now, Ethereum doesn't really look much better. We have the 50th moving average that is currently acting as a support. As you can see on the daily, we are actually already at that 50th moving average. Now, it's very likely that we will break this moving average, especially if Bitcoin comes a little bit lower, which I'm expecting. Then a break from this moving average is going to look quite bearish for us. I mean, the stochastic RSI is actually bullish. It is in the oversold region and is printing this cross. So I'm hoping that Ethereum bulls here will find enough strength to actually push the price a little bit higher. This would be very good for us. We also see that the price going down coincides with volume going down, which is also a bullish signal. But market is, again, they still have more room to go down and they're quite far apart. So they soon have to start getting narrower and tighter together. And perhaps the blue line starting to make a curve so that we can anticipate over the next few days a possible bullish cross here. But for the time being, for the next 3 to 4 days, I'm not seeing a bullish cross forming here in the market is. So we don't really count on a bullish price action of Ethereum as Bitcoin is about to drop a little bit lower. So is Ethereum coming to this support level here to retest the upper 1300s? Well, it is a possibility. This was previously a resistance level that we flipped into support once we broke above it, and we haven't actually retested this level ever since we broke above it. I mean, this was here an attempt that failed. This was another attempt that failed, and on the third attempt we actually broke above it. And since then, we haven't actually had any pullbacks to come and test this support. So is it possible that we come all the way to the mid 1300 level? I think it is possible. Let's have a look at the Fibonacci levels. And so as you see, the 0.382 Fibonacci level, which with Bitcoin we haven't yet reached, is already here. This is where we are with Ethereum. So we've had actually more significant pullback with Ethereum already. We have another stop at the 0.50 Fibonacci level, which is sitting at 1436. And then the golden pocket, the golden Fibonacci ratio, is almost at this level here. Because this is a range, it would make sense that during this pullback, and especially if Bitcoin is making a bigger pullback, Ethereum will actually come down to this golden pocket and retest this support here. To me, this looks like the most likely scenario. Also on the way up, we do have to worry about the 1583. So this is our resistance on the way up. As of right now, it is not a strong resistance. I mean, we've had one attempt, and on the second attempt, we actually broke above it. So it is possible that we break above this on the first or second attempt again. So not a very strong resistance, but we have to be aware that this could be a potential rejection point. All right, now zooming out on the higher time frames, the 3-day chart, we actually see here another support, which is our 50th EMA on the 3-day. This is sitting at mid 1400s, 1450 to 1470. This is going to happen over the next day, possibly. It could even be today by the time I post this video. Sometimes this is what happens. By the time I edit and post the videos, these things actually happen already. So we'll see how this goes. But on the 3-day, that 50th moving average right now is acting as a support. I don't think it's a strong support. So breaking this moving average is very easy for me. And I am still expecting that we will come below the 1400. It could be very brief, a very short retest of the 1380, 1370. But this to me is really the most likely scenario right now. And let's take a look at the weekly just to see if there's anything else we can expect. Well, the weekly is looking bearish. We have this bearish cross in the stochastic RSI, and we are still in the overbought region, just coming out of the overbought region. So definitely further downwards price action is to be expected. Markets are also looking very similar. They're here on the high end, they're far apart, and I'm expecting that very soon they're going to start getting tighter and print a bearish cross. So it could be that for the rest of February we are looking at bearish price action, mostly bearish price action. So be prepared for that. I'm not saying it definitely has to happen, but over the next few days, depending on how we act as we approach these support levels, this is going to determine if we are actually going to continue the bearish trend, or have we already flipped it and we are looking at another bull run and this is just a correction. The next few days are going to determine that for both Ethereum and Bitcoin and the rest of the market. If we break these support levels, and I'm not talking the first support really, is that support here, the golden pocket, the golden Fibonacci ratio. If we break it on Ethereum as well as on Bitcoin, then a continuation of the bear market will be in plain sight. And that's not going to be great because many people got tricked into entering the market as we were going for this, printing these highs here. And I told you many times that I'm waiting for a pullback. Well, this is the pullback. This is now a proper pullback that we are seeing, not like the previous weeks when we had just a minor pullback for a day or anything like that. Now we're talking about a few days already here. This is the daily chart. We're talking about, a few days of bearish price action, a proper pullback that could be good for entering for accumulation, but also we have to be aware that breaking these support levels will continue the bear trend. So if you're entering, if you're making any entry points, any positions opening right now, make sure that you set up some stop losses and watch it closely, because if we break these support levels, you might want to exit as soon as possible before you make further losses down the line. Alright guys, well this is everything for today's episode of Crypto Corner. I hope you like this video, and if you do, show me your support. Leave a like and a comment below. Let me know if you want me to analyze any other coins. To be honest, right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the main ones. They will be driving the market, especially Bitcoin, of course. If Bitcoin is going down, the whole market is going down, as you can see. Today, I'm coming to you from Vietnam, by the way. This is my new residence for the next few weeks. I will be reporting to you directly from the heart of Ho Chi Minh City, which you can see here on the background behind me. I will try to actually take the camera outside and do some more outdoors videos. I hope the sound is not too bad though when I'm outside, so we'll see how it goes. If you like this, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. I want to know if you want me to do more of these videos from the outside, outdoors, or shall I just stick to my room, my hotel room, which is actually quite decent, so it could make a decent studio in there as well. We'll see how it goes. Well, this is it from me, guys. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. It's time for me to go, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.